All right, everyone. Hello. Welcome to another SHI tournament match. Season 4, YUME Penguin Madagascar. VRez versus RandomEffekt. This is in some division. The standings are unclear. Should be a hell of a match, though. It's part of a, I believe there's 4 matches tonight. This is the only one you'll see on this channel. Both our racers are doing pre-race bullcrap. Race originally scheduled for 9 o'clock. Had bad weather in the area. Pulled the tarp out. And they will begin in 10 seconds. Oops. Gotta wait for the delay before I start the timer. They are off. And there we go. No, false start on Rez's part. There we go. Rez pulling out to the early lead, pressing that start button first. RandomEffekt follows. Got a little bit of a tutorial here. We got to make sure you don't pick up the stuff in the tutorial. I want to shape up and lose some seconds right there. This is VReznor's debut in the SHI tournament. RandomEffekt's second season. Had a respectable finish last year, or last season. Finished in the top 4 within his division. Looking to improve upon that now. VRez has pretty much only played Zelda 2, the only game he played in his life. There was that one time he did try to play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but it turns out it was a YouTube video he was playing, and it wasn't actually him on the controller. RandomEffekt takes a little bit of a bounce back there. Rez gets the star. Interesting is, I don't think RandomEffekt got the star. Or the invincibility, whatever the hell it is. Let's see if Rez does Rez does not do the little bit of a jump skip there. Clearly you can see why both these players are in the lower division. Of course, all of our rookies will start there, regardless of how many spots are available in the upper tier due to people quitting. Rez is first to the telephone. Dials that 10-10-220, and his girlfriend tells him he's too fat. RandomEffekt gets knocked down. Look how far he falls down that waterfall. I believe RandomEffekt has been practicing VReznor on the Final Fantasy IX stream I did today. Basically admitted to not playing it as much. That is absolutely a good point. We can talk about whatever you like to talk about. Please feel to bring up a topic. I figure it's the only race we're doing today. It'd be nice to give VReznor a little bit of commentary during his premiere debut matchup. Both players are DFTGing the game in IRC. So I'm told that in this auto-scroller, you only lose time if you shape up. So getting hit there by Rez and getting the new toy Barbie Aerojet did not make him lose time, but if it knocked him backwards in terms of form, getting fatter, and he'd have to shape up, he would then lose time in the shape up animation. We can talk about how uncomfortably warm it is in my office right now, since I haven't been home. But there are 3 other matchups happening today. I believe Dig Shake's playing both Buzz and Coach Crab. Yeah, and JSR is playing Coach Crab as well. Those matches will happen later. Please check your local listings. Or watch me re-stream it when nobody else restreams it. VReznor's on the bus. Dana Brooke Just gotta get right in front of her schnoz and keep firing, but you can only hit every so often, so spamming bullets doesn't really do much. Because additional bullets will just go right through her. RandomEffekt is at Dana Brooke right now. Of course, you gotta stay away from those apple tomatoes. So places where RandomEffekt can save some time if he has been practicing more than Rez. This stage here has quite a few difficult jumps to make. If Rez is not familiar with them, he might fall and lose time or have to wait for the platform to cycle through. The bosses, the Macho Man Raven Savage and Captain Condom fights are both difficult in timing. There are quick kills, and then there are just the longer kills. And you can see Rez struggling with the platforming right here. RandomEffekt, in turn, is catching up based on his ineptitude. VReznor's ineptitude, not RandomEffekt's ineptitude. VRez takes the beanie. See, if RandomEffekt can make all of his jumps in one cycle here, he will have caught up a little bit. And he did not fall in the two areas that Rez had a problem. But he had a little bit of a tricky situation there. He got out of it. Rez loses his beanie. Let's see how RandomEffekt does with the beanie. Could be going into the telephone get here. Basically at the same time. VReznor hits it at 544. And RandomEffekt's going to hit it about 7 seconds later. We're at the BBC, the Big Bad Cloud. Rez makes nice work of the BBC. RandomEffekt right now is trying to get the BBC. And there you go. I said 6-second lead at the telephone. Rez goes into that cutscene at 6:11. And 8 seconds difference there. So RandomEffekt lost a little bit of time in that boss fight. I guess that's what I'm looking at. Back to the second auto-scroller here. RandomEffekt taking all the clocks in the world. Either player has the missile, but for those who've never seen this game, the meter on the bottom is basically how fit you are. And as long as your target is beyond that of the heart, when you beat the boss at the end of the stage, you'll move on. If it is not, even if you do beat the boss, you have to repeat the whole stage over. RandomEffekt being extra careful here in this area. Grabs another clock. And another clock, and that's part of the reason why maybe he was so far behind after the boss fight, or 2 seconds further behind going out of the boss fight, is because potentially extra time had to expire off the clock. Rez is flirting a little bit here with low time. He's getting in half the 2-cycle territory of the boss, the quick kill, as it's called. In the races we've seen so far, I have not seen anybody repeat a stage. I've seen farming done at bosses, so they didn't have to repeat a stage, but I've never seen repeating a stage yet. Now, I believe all the players are self-aware of that being a thing. So RandomEffekt crashes into the step, or he got wamboozled by the other guys. Here's Macho Man, Macho Bird, Raven Savage. Just gotta just wait for it to come to the ground. Wait for it to land. See if Rez can take out 2 of them. prior to it spawning in. Took out 0. He's running out of time. He's not going to be able to do this boss fight. Let's look at RandomEffekt. RandomEffekt's going to take the lead here. Let's see how he does on this part of the fight. Took out 1. And there you go. You run out of time, and the phone drops, and girlfriend says, nope, not going to happen. And VRez has to do this stage all over again, all because he did not take clocks. It's definitely something I've seen happen to people on this stage in practice when they didn't know how to fight the boss. RandomEffekt's at 40 seconds himself, but he should be relatively fine, and he is, because he had extra clocks and he had the boss down considerably, got some damage on him. So RandomEffekt does take the lead. VReznor runs out of time. And RandomEffekt be moving on to stage 5 here. Stage 5 featuring the jumps where if you get knocked in the water, you instantly get bloated. Lose a lot of time. You become very slow. Jumps are harder. So RandomEffekt's being extra careful here not to get hit. Grabs the invincibility power. And just has to land all of his jumps, and he'll be making it over to the ship and fighting Captain Condom. He doesn't get the M. He's at the ship, though. Red's still flirting with low time here. And here we go, Captain Condom. And one of the bosses, probably the boss, that gives players the most trouble in terms of losing time, whether you can bounce these things back at him or not. He did have 1 hit there. There's 2 for 2. Two for 4. You got to hit the barrel into his ass. 2 for 5. So RandomEffekt's giving up a little bit of time here. 2 for 6. 2 for 7. There we go. 3 for 8, and I think that was accidental. 4 for 9. He's building that percentage. Speaking of 4 for 9, I should be putting on the Yankee game right now. And RandomEffekt moves on to essentially the last stage here. Yankees are down 4-0, top of the 6th. So Rez has plenty of time now. Eats the orange because he has so much time. And there he goes. 1 full stage plus behind. RandomEffekt has to really mess up these jumps. Doesn't get the big long jump there. See how he does on this one. All right, doesn't get it there either. You can fly a little bit further, a lot further. Grabs the 2 clocks, gets the Barbie plane, and then we'll be moving on to the final boss. He is in shape, so he will be potentially done here soon. He does get hit. He loses. He's got to get some shakes now. So he's got to sit here and farm. He took out both hands, and now he's got to wait. There's 1 shake, if he even got it. That'd be a bad feeling. Oh, he's good to go now. He's in igloo mode. Igloo mode. Few more hits here, and RandomEffekt will be taking game 1 of his 3-game block. VRez in his opening match will fall to 0-1. How's VRez doing on this fight here? I looked up a few times, and he's been all right so far. Until just then, when I looked up. I think he's only have one hit, and I believe they just got it now. Speaking of one hit, I think VRez only has one hit on the boss. Alright, there you go, Rez. It's one down. Learn from your mistakes. And we're joined by RandomEffekt right now. Hello. Potentially joined. This is on me. Let me restart Discord because it's been open for 17 and a half days. No, it's me. That was on me, I think. It was not picking up my microphone. There was an update pending, and whenever there's an update pending, it has garbage. Hello.
Hi there.
Hey. I had an update pending on Discord, and it doesn't like being used when that happens. How you doing, man? Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm doing awesome. This game is a lot better than Panic Restaurant, I will say that.
Yeah, Panic Restaurant really, everyone basically got soured on that one pretty quickly, as charming as it was initially.
Yeah.
You had some problems here, but let me set the stage. Going into the second auto-scroller, you were behind by 8 seconds after the BBC, the Big Bad Cloud.
Oh, wow.
And
yeah, that fight didn't go well.
Yeah, but Rez did not have enough time on Macho Bird Raven Savage. So he had to repeat the level.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, he was flirting pretty low the whole time. You were grabbing, like, every clock initially, and I look over, and Rez had, like, 60 seconds, basically, the whole round, and got into the boss fight, and on cycle number 1, didn't even kill a single bird. And
like me.
Yeah, and it was basically over. You did enough damage, though, on cycle 2, where you took out 2 of them, I believe.
Yeah, it was... So I haven't really practiced that fight. I know how to do it, but I haven't really practiced it. But in that stage, I learned to just take every clock that I see because I never know how that fight's going to go. And I'd rather just have that option there. And then I was a little confused because I knew the left side came down first on the initial pattern, and I didn't realize that the right side came down on the second pattern. So that's why I was standing to the left, and I missed like a bunch of shots because I got screwed up. My timing was way off on that. So I need to practice that fight for sure.
Rez just did finish at a time of 17 minutes, 11 seconds. Not bad considering he had to redo the level. Let me ask you a question, though, on that last final boss. When you got hit and then you all of a sudden had to start farming shakes, were you nervous you were going to get sniped?
A little bit. I don't know. Well, judging by Rez's, I didn't realize it was as close as it was because of what VReznor was saying in the IRC. So I thought VReznor was having like a really awful time. Not that it was really that close.
Yeah, I mean, every time he did say something, he did actually do something that was considered bad. But at the same time, like he one of the comments he made was he missed a lot of jumps in section 2 before the cloud. And I think you missed invincibility in stage 1, I believe.
Yeah, I didn't get my shape ups right, and I didn't get the invincibility there, but I was very happy with getting both invincibilities on the 5th stage or whatever that is, the second to last one. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was nice, and you went for another power up there and missed the jump, but it didn't affect you that much. Hey, Rez.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm all right, man.
How's your thing?
GG, Rez.
Yeah, something like that.
That was basically a GFY, not a GG.
Yeah, basically. I mean, it basically went as I expected for, practicing for the game for 2 hours today, and that's it. But I will say that I'm really salty about the third stage, the fourth stage, the second auto scroller, because I got to watch the restream. I'm 99% sure I got one single clock drop at the very end. So I had to redo that whole stage because I ran out of fucking time.
Yeah, halfway through the stage, I noticed you didn't have any time, and I didn't know if you were just doing like those low time strats or whatever it was.
Yeah, because I know that one clock is YOLO strats. I remember in the tutorial, and I definitely wasn't going for that. But yeah, I saw my time when I entered the boss fight. I'm like, this might not work out because I can't do that one cycle for that boss yet. And then stage 3. I got knocked off with the stupid helicopter, but
that sucks.
Other than that, yeah, and then I fell down, took quite a fall. That lost about 20, 30 seconds. But other than that,
at the telephone on that stage, you were up 6 seconds, and then after the boss, you were up 9 seconds. So,
oh wow,
it was really that doing that stage over was the only time was where the lead changed.
Yeah, that killed me.
So that was it. The clocks were not dropping. You weren't just being too good to pick them up.
So it wasn't just me. I did only get like one clock drop at the very end. But oh well. And then yeah, that's about it. And then the last stage before you go to the last boss, man, I don't get those jumps at the end where you're sliding off, man. Anytime I jump,
I took them real easy because I was kind of afraid of falling. I fell in the water too many times.
Yeah, I just jumped really early. I did fall in the lava one time, so I had to farm shape ups off the boss. But yeah,
Did you say lava?
He did say lava. Yeah, I mentioned
too much Zelda 2.
Yeah, if you watch the VOD, I did mention that it is the only game he's ever played in his life. So that pretty much sums it up.
Is.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I don't get those jumps. You make anytime I try to make them any further, my input just gets eaten and I fall in. So I don't know. I guess I'll practice
small
it.
Window.
Yeah, I guess I'll practice it with those save states you give me.
Yeah, I'll hit you up with those.
So you guys have Puke 7 and Jackamus Wedge in your group. How you guys think you're gonna stack up against those two guys? This is the first game in your group, by the way, so it's unknown on how good they are. But I think Puke streamed a couple nights ago his practice, and I think Jackamus went 0-6 in Panic Restaurant. So
yeah, I'm more afraid of Puke than I am Jackamus. I'll say that.
Yeah, I would say that just because of how much effort I've seen Jackamus put into the last tournament.
Now, are you more afraid of it because I know you just gave a valid reason? I'm just going to ignore that for a second and ask my own question. Are you more afraid of Puke because of his beard, or not afraid of Jackamus because he's Canadian?
I think the beard is a strong force to be reckoned with.
It is pretty powerful.
Yeah, he's definitely a dude I don't want to see at 7-Eleven at like 2 a.m. when I'm going to buy like a single Slurpee and like, whatever, like one bag of potato chips.
That guy.
Who would you, in this whole tournament, who would you rather hang out with in 7-Eleven at like the Slurpee, in between the Slurpee Big Gulp machine?
Yeah, it's a good one.
I'm trying to think about this. It would probably either like you or JSR.
I feel like JSR is the kind of guy who buys like the big 128-ounce refillable Big Gulp NASCAR mug and then brings it into 7-Eleven like every day, and he knows the guy working there at like on the first name basis.
No, I think JSR is the one bringing in like that empty gasoline container and just filling it up that way so he could take it home.
Yeah. Now, do you think he passes out like business cards when he's in there? He's like, "Hi, JSR, Twitch streamer," and he just starts like,
I guarantee it.
Like, you like Link to the Past randomizer? Here you go, follow me.
Sub 30 Zelda 1. The ladies love it.
Yeah, right. It's like, what's up, guys? Big gulps, huh? I stream on Twitch. How you guys doing? You like Doritos? Mountain Dew, I see.
I mean, isn't that what we all do?
Pretty much. I actually have big magnets I stick to the sides of my car when I drive up and down the freeway, so people, can see the advertisement. It says Largod at twitch.tv/angrylarry. That's what it says. But all right, guys. So thanks for putting this on. I'm sorry the second race got canceled, but I'm looking forward to you guys racing some more coming up. Anything going on that you're going to work on with this game? Rez, you said the jumps you're going to work on?
Yeah, I'm gonna work on the jumps, and yeah, I think just the jumps, and then stage 5. Oh, and the boss fights. Stage 4 and stage 5 boss fights.
So pretty much the whole game.
Yeah.
Okay. RandomEffekt, you?
Needs work.
I think really just need to work on the boss fights, and really the backups to when they don't work. I think that's where my next practice is going to go.
Yeah, I think on Captain Condom, Enhance. I think on Captain Condom you were like 1 for 1 on the barrels, and then you went to like 4 and 9 really quickly, or like.
Yeah, because he threw me off because he usually throws. I think I did something wrong. I turned around, and so he threw to the left when I thought he was going to throw to the right, and so it really threw me off, and I had to kind of regroup.
If we ever had a type as loud as you can SHI tournament season 5, that's got to go to Rez. Rez, that rivals anything I've ever heard in my life, and that includes the guy who was weed whacking his lawn for 6 hours this afternoon.
Please, dude.
What was that, man? Those couldn't have been actual words.
Keyboard, dude. It's a fucking mechanical keyboard, dude. Come on.
Rez is on a typewriter.
My God. Dude, that thing, you power that thing up. It's like you hit like one keystroke. You got to hope your finger's not in the way, because that thing's going to come like slam up like a hammer and just nail it. I've had some mishaps with electronic keyboards in my life, let me tell you. I'm 40. Dude. I know what those are. But all right, guys, thanks a lot. Good game to both of you, and I look forward to seeing you guys race again.
Thanks for the restream, Larry.
You got it.
See ya.
All right, guys, there you have it. RandomEffekt defeats the Rez God, VReznor, by a score of, let's just say, 1-0.